All right, folks, and welcome to the live stream. So we're in the number 4 VCO close period. So very cool indeed. We're going to jump to there. Just going to post a few little um, live now features. Normally do this slightly before the video, but nevertheless, here we are at the moment. So pretty cool. And we'll do that. We'll just get the sound test. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to get rid of some of those, and great to have you here. All right, so let's pump this, and we're going to go for gold. Just post that in. I've got some base numbers in there. Obviously, I'll update them at the end of the live stream. Pretty cool indeed. And let's close out of that one. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be exciting. I'll close for venture capital auction number 4. Pretty cool indeed. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And let's quickly jump to the staking platform there. We can see actually the actual auctions on at the moment. Pretty cool. Hope you guys are having a good time wherever you are. And we should have a nice audience build up over this close for venture capital auction number 4. And obviously this is pretty special. We've already, let's go through some of the base numbers already. We've got the 90% target, which is what you consider the sellout. So that sellout mark there on the right on the denominator there is 375,000 US dollars. The bids have actually been way over that, so 414. So over that 90% mark, and we're now 100% past sellout. So with the actual amount available was 1 billion. 650,000, and that was worth 412,000, and we are now at 414. So we've oversold, so we're over 100%. So pretty amazing. So that's the sellout amount, 375. We've sold past that towards the actual available amount on auction. Now, the difference between that 375 and that 412 is the 10% auction price discount that is part of the venture capital auctions and the regular auctions. So pretty cool indeed. Let's just quickly jump to Axion today. You can see that we are just passing through a couple of little bids. There's a bid there, a couple of activities. We can see that the auction price is now 0.05% higher, so it's just a tad higher than the Uniswap. So that auction market price discount advantage is gone at the moment. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a price pull down just towards the end of the auction. I think we saw this the other time as we did it as well, and so we've got down at 0.0041. Remember, the 61.8% Fibonacci line is 0.004, so that's where that is. So here we are, and we'll see whether we get a bounce off this with the regular day auctions, but obviously a sell-off in the price enables also to get more Axion in here. So this is creeping up to 4 million, and that's pretty neat for people getting in there. Alex K is our moderator. Welcome, Alex. Good to have you here. How do you see it, man? Looks like a fully sold out. Fully sold, yeah. So there's been a bit of debate about what's a sellout, but we've got an official sellout that's 90% below the actual available amount that's for sale. And the rationale behind that is that that people get a 10% auction market discount. So that's how that works. And but a full sellout is really the amount available that's sold, so that means that the auction market discount disappears, and obviously now we're already slightly eroding into the 10% referral on top. So there's two main benefits to going into a venture capital auction: a 10% auction price discount to market, and also that that 10% wrap Bitcoin that you get back if you bid into the auction. Those are the two. So only regular auctions, which is coming up in the next day, they have the 10% Axion bonus if you use a referral link. So that's how that works. So we're just watching this go through. It's going to be a bit of fun, and watching this close over the next 55 minutes to go. So it's going to be a nice slow jam, as it were, to the end. And there we are. We're already sold out. Just started the live stream, and we're already sold out. So 100% on the auction availability, and certainly past the 90% mark, which is a sellout level. So pretty cool. I think we might have to use Alex's terminology, being fully sold out and sell out or something like that, so we can use that usefully. Alex K says it's still based on current Axion price. If it goes up in Uniswap, it will look better in auction again. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so here we are. We've got the auction. We'll go to actually this one here. We've still got all those shares coming in, max shares, people max sharing all the time. Pretty fun there. We've got that auction price. Look at that, red again. We've had a couple of red days. Demand has been higher, and so we've been eating into the auction market price bonuses. I think this is probably the third or fourth day in a row. So that's showing strong demand. Now, obviously the price is doing its own thing, but all the rest of the metrics are heading in the right direction. So pretty cool. Hoping that the official, the Punky and that will get some numbers out on some of these stats there. So let's actually check. Let's put a little smiley face on that. Give it some love, that post, and let's do that while we're at it. All right, so let's just scroll back up. I'm sure Punky was in here earlier, so he's live there at the moment. So let's have a quick look from his comments. I'm pretty sure he was making some comments. I didn't actually read them. I've just come back from the gym. So let's check this out. We've got some comments here today. I'll just get up to his comments today. He's been on for a little bit. He has office hours, so he comes on. And so there's 5. We'll beat last VCA value of lower BTC. What was his comments? That was 525. This is my time, by the way. Such a powerful platform. Also check out this number. So 2.6, so 291 users jump in the user numbers. So that's what I've been talking about day after day. So that's what we've got. So let's jump over and check that out. So we're going to go to the Analytics tab on the Axion Today dashboard. We're going to float down, and we've got new users 291. That's a big jump, folks. A big jump. That's positive. That's what we want to see, folks. Oh, that's good. And we've popped over that 11,000 with this huge day. That's numbers. That's really the measure. And the weekly, we want to get that up to 2,000 a week. That's my own estimate. Oh, that's exciting to see, especially when I've been focusing on that one. Alex, you'd probably be glad to see that customer number going up there like that. That's really positive. Bodes well. So let's quickly check that day again. Yeah, we're over 11,114 active users. So there are probably close to 17,000 wallets somewhere on that mark. I have to double check that. But that's where we're at the moment. It's pretty exciting. Let's quickly check out some of the other ones there. Pocket 291 a day. We will ramp up these fast, and when we do, these swingers won't matter anymore. That's exactly right. So when you start, when you've got net staking going on, and as it has been with the max 5s and all that sort of stuff, being greater. When I say net staking, I mean staking greater than the auctions that are coming up. Obviously, everyone has a minimum stake in the auctions. And I think I saw numbers like 60% doing long-term stakes or something like that. I'll have to double check that, but that's what I think I remember seeing from Punky. So we'll check that out. So Punky Belster is the strategy and marketing managers for those who are new to the chat. We will ramp up these fast, and when we do, these swingers won't matter, absolutely. So we know who a couple of those are, and I'm going to show you a couple of accounts that I've so far collected. I'm going to collect more of these. These are the ones that I will watch on my watch list between actual BTC, because it's value based. Yet another reason we position ourselves for well for the bear market. So that's cool. Check out our Punkonomics, also another start to cheer you up in the last 15 days. So this is really key. In the last 15 days, we have minted 5.3 billion Axion tokens in the auctions. That in the same time frame, we have max staked 12.5 billion. So that's what I'm talking about. So that is what's that, a 2 to 1? 2.5 to 1. So that's awesome. That's the trend we want. That's the trend we want to see keep going. So that's really cool. We're literally outpacing minting with max share. So when people stake, those Axion tokens are destroyed. They're what they call burned. And they get those Axion tokens back at the end of the stake period. And so if we've got so many people max staking, we just hit 76 billion. That means all those have been burned. They'll get them back in 15 years' time. So pretty neat, 15.2 years, I should say, if you're staking for 5,555 days. That's huge news. That's the stuff we want. That's the stuff you should be looking out for. Pretty cool. We're literally outpacing minting with the max share, which end up being burnt, as you know, through NFTs. So that's in the future. NFTs are non-fungible tokens for those people new to crypto. Better than 2 to 1 right now. So that's really cool. That's huge news. That's what we want to see. So I wouldn't worry too much about the price at the moment with the retracing back to the 61.8 Fibonacci. Those 12.5 billion, by the way, those will represent nearly 500 billion over the course of 15 years. We only actually need about 50 billion max staked in the first year, and we are way over. So that's exciting. Some really good numbers coming in. Supply and inflation are not your issue. Adoption is the key, and that's what I've been talking about, haven't I? Every day, every auction. I'm sure Alex can confirm that. By the way, 2 91 wallets today alone, and that's some of the probably the marketing and the VCA, and obviously Axion today's ramping up. I'm ramping up, and other people are ramping up in the community, and it really is the community at large that can ramp up, expand dramatically. What we've got a great offering, and it's exciting. We're getting all the numbers going in the right direction. The incentives are working the right way, so pretty exciting. Not only 24 billion to go. That's to that 100 billion. So we're at 76. We just hit 76. Yeah, it depends on 100 billion. It's nice and shows a healthy ecosystem, but my focus is on wallets. We need adoption, so that will be the new focus. More physical humans owning and benefiting on Axion. We don't need an endless supply of people, but like all currencies, we need enough, and that's what I've been saying too. That's why I've been giving it like a target of 2,000 a week as a ballpark. We are at 17,000-ish right now. That's the wallets. I want to be aggressive team. Let's double it by the end of June. So that's where I've been talking about. I said over 3 months I'd like to see 24,000 wallets. So that's a 2.5 times more than we've got at the moment. Enough new wallets, and these dumpers won't matter. And that's what I've been saying. There will be an army out there to eat those all up and kick swingers off our chain. And there's only a couple of them really that are quite significant. They do it at particular times in the price chart, so pretty neat. And been on the phone all night working things. Feel so good about our fundamental structure. Love these marketing numbers we're getting, showing us already twice national average on click through. So it's really good. We're up at like 15% click through. Have some really old solid plans in the works for new smaller wallets on board as well. So not just the big wallets, but smaller ones as well. And marketing is slaying it. So there's that number again. For sure, Wolf friend, I have a bit of okay, so that's just a bit of social there. Let's go back to the auction, check it out, and welcome SA Homebuyer in the chat. Good to see you, very good. Hey, Patricia Steer, welcome. Patricia, obviously host of AXN Today Show, welcome. Thanks, absolutely great to have you here. And Alex says, hi Patricia, another beautiful day in AXN land. And it is another beautiful day in AXN land, so pretty cool. And we are enjoying this fourth venture capital auction, not just sold out at the 90% level, but actually a full sellout and beyond. We're now oversold at this stage and looking good. We're at 413,700 US dollars versus 412,700. So pretty neat. So cheers. And I've got these wonderful newly made cookies from New Zealand. They're brand new. They're pretty nice. I'm not going to eat them on the live stream, but they're tasty. They're tasty for sure. This is not. It's not what's that movie where the guy was? It's the funny guy. And just when you're wanting to remember, he did that whole movie where he thought it was real, but everyone else, it was all just set up for TV show. Something show. I forget it now. Someone in the chat might know what that show is. Patricia says, hi, Alex K. So, yeah. 46 minutes to go, folks, and we are looking incredible. Now, if you've been watching, if you go onto the stake tab, you must have a registered address. So if you had stakes in before the 23rd of February, you will need to either do an upgrade or a top up or something, or you need to just click the button and upgrade your account to qualify for the wrap Bitcoin dividends from these two venture capital auctions each week, so Tuesday and Friday. If you are new, of course, you can just do a new stake or upgrade, that sort of thing, and you will qualify. And the wrap Bitcoins come in real time, so as people enter the auction, those are the bidders, as they bid in their Ethereum, you will get paid your wrap Bitcoin in real time, pretty much, processing time, real time after that. So, and the divs just keep coming in all day on these days. So you'll see the community is very excited about getting wrap Bitcoin constantly. They keep checking up their wallets. Some people, Axion today is obviously doing a new app coming out later in the week. So go check out their video for the launch that they just did on Monday. And you're going to be in bed all night checking the VCA. Divs, depending on how much that is coming in, you'll be getting addicted on the phone. I know it's going to happen. I think that was Patricia's biggest worry, although she thinks it's a wonderful thing. She's a bit worried about that, so funny. What kind of cookies? Okay, these are, they're like, I should have bought the packet, but they're brand new. They're new out on the market, and they're small. I like big cookies. I like real big cookies, but these are small ones, but they're actually pretty tasty. There's a chocolate chip, white chocolate chip you might call it, but it's not quite white. It's sort of a golden bearish, beer type cookie, but it tastes pretty good. But I like big cookies. That's my favorite. The Truman Show. That's it, Patricia. The Truman Show, which I loved. I really loved that show. It was such a good show. It's a bit of it's a way of doing a tragedy, isn't it? A clever way of doing a tragedy. So I thought that was quite nice in many ways. But I think it has a happy ending. I can't remember the ending now. I think he ends up with the girl. I can't remember. Um, Anyway, the Truman Show's John Atkinson's. Welcome, John. It's good to see you. It was the Truman Show. Patricia, I often think the way life is, we are living in the Truman Show for real. That's true. That's true. Patricia said, yeah, the new app will enable us to be on the phone all of the time, checking on Axion and Ratbit and BTC. And I bet on a next new version, you're going to have a little social thing on there where people can text each other or something, whatever. Like a little community one. Truman Show too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, love it too. Says Alex. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So here we are, folks. We'll just keep. The market price is moving around a bit, like Alex said. We've got the US dollar amounts moving around just a tad. But 247.92 ETH versus 225. Now I didn't actually. Let me just log in here and. Just going to get the historic numbers up here as well. So this is exciting. I've got my new platform coming out soon. I'm doing a pre-launch phase all week. Pretty cool. Going to be on the Axion Today show on Friday US time, I think, and Saturday New Zealand time. I think that's correct, and so that should be a bit of fun. Let me just refresh that. Probably be launching it on that show. I haven't talked to them about that, but that's probably the case. I think that's partly why they're having me on, is to help with that launch or to do that launch. So it'll be a bit of fun there. So I can get to talk to Robbie, Paul, and Patricia on the show, and all the rest of the community. So it's going to be fun. Now let's have a quick look here. So doing lots of stuff behind the scenes, expanding communications on multiple platforms. So I'm going to bring all that out probably as the right time. So it's going to be fun. And so forth. So not sure why it's taking so long for that historical data to come up there. Alex K says, John says checking. Oh, wait a minute. Mix of Truman Show and Matrix, says Alex. That's right. And John says checking phone even more time than I am now. Yep, and that's true. And yeah, mobile apps can be super addictive. That's true. No, in the end, Truman discovered the world he was presented with wasn't real. And he decided to escape it and venture out on his own, no matter what that would mean. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. So I guess it's not a complete tragedy. Congrats on the new platform. Yes, everyone will be able to hear you on our show, which we will record Friday and play back Monday, like our usual live show. So that's fantastic. So nice one there from Patricia. And I don't know why the history is not updating. Let's get this thing redone again and reshake that up. All right, I think we're going to get the data through. All right, so we had the third VCA. We had 1,014 million. We got 245 ETH, so we're at 247.9842. So we got more ETH in today. And let's have a look at the previous one. So number 2, we had 1 billion and 12 million. We had 269 ETH, so that's lower today. Obviously different prices with ETH and Bitcoin and Axion. And then on the first VCA, which I think is on the next tab, yeah. On the 12th of March when we first launched our first one, we had 1 billion and 13 million. And we got 289 Ethereum, which is pretty cool. So you can see the actual relative price there with the Axion there. So 237 and 4. So definitely people got more out of the auctions in the last two. So pretty cool. And today is no different with the 4 million Axion per ETH. And plus they get the 10% wrap Bitcoin back. But if we go to the Axion dashboard, we'll go to their one. I'd hope they get these aligned with the two informations on these dashboards, because they've got slightly different information. Like here we've got the relative price difference, which is quite really good to see. But then again, it makes me use both dashboards, so that's cool. So our auction price is just slightly higher, just a tad, so it's pretty much even. So people are getting that 10% wrap Bitcoin benefit, and it gets immediately paid into your MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet you're using. So basically all the Ethereum that goes in. So here so far we've had 247.92 Ethereum go into the venture capital auction number 4, and all of that is then used to buy wrapped Bitcoin on Uniswap in real time. So as people put that Ethereum in, it was used to buy back wrapped Bitcoin in real time. 5% that goes to the team, 10% goes back to the person who bid in that Ethereum in real time, and back to their MetaMask wallet, so they get that wrapped Bitcoin liquid, and then 85% gets distributed from wrapped Bitcoin back to all the stakers, you and me. And if you're new, that you've got to stake it to make it, basically. So buy Axion and stake Axion. And if you basically, we've got a kind of a rule of thumb at the moment. If you're looking to invest over $1,500 US, then you should consider doing one of the auctions, either a regular auction, which is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, or the big venture capital auctions, which I would recommend, where you get the 10% wrap Bitcoin back, and that is Tuesdays and Fridays. The difference between the two, of course, is that the regular auction has a 10% Axion bonus, whereas the venture capital auction has a 10% wrapped Bitcoin immediate bonus back to your wallet. Both of them have auction price discounts to market, and but the difference in when you have to withdraw from each of those auctions at the end of the 24-hour period, the regular auctions are 60 days. You have to stake for that, so you have to basically invest it for a minimum 60 days. But for the venture capital auctions, which is the one we've got today, at the end of the auction, you'll know the final amount of Axion that you get per Ethereum that you got in. Plus, obviously, you got your 10% back of your Ethereum and wrapped Bitcoin, but you'll have to stake that for twice as long as the regular auctions, which is a minimum of 120 days. But what we're finding is a lot of people are just staking it for 15.2 years, so that in the future they get all the dividends from the regular auctions and from the venture capital auctions themselves. So they become a recipient when they become a staker, like you and I. So that's pretty much how it works. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's have a quick look at some of the chats here. We've got Patricia. Wait a minute. Congrats. Yes, final one. Yes, we live in a combo of the movie The Matrix and The Truman Show. That's true. Plus they live their documentaries, not fiction. Hey, Alex, that's funny. That's true. That's very insightful, Patricia, and that's why your show is so good, because you got so many good insights on your show. So I don't know if anyone's seen, Patricia's got a show outside of Axion today. She's got another show. I just forget the name. Patricia, if you could put the name of your show if you want to invite people into it. Yeah, that's the place. So obviously, after we have this live stream, we'll probably get maybe 100 to 150 or more people watching this show afterwards. So if you want to put that in there, there'll be quite a few people feeding through to that. So it's pretty neat. By the way, I've had some really good results on Publish OX. So those results we're getting pretty much anywhere from 150 to 600 views on those auction updates every day. The specialty ones typically get 400 to 600. These are organic. And then we've got, hey, Andreas, welcome. Morning, Superman, says Andreas. Thanks. Andreas is our other moderator. Does a fantastic job all over the place, helping with a lot of different things. So it's pretty cool. It's Patricia Steer, my channel. I used to have another channel but deleted it. Yeah, so Patricia Steer, she does these wonderful live streams. She's got a really good, engaging audience on there. She covers all the topics. If you like general topics, she seems to cover them all, and it's a lot of fun. So go watch that. I need to watch another one actually, Patricia, because I watched one just, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe. So I need to go and watch that again. I caught it by accident, actually, Patricia. I don't know even how I saw it. Maybe I saw it on Axion today or something. Maybe I was doing some research and I came across it. So pretty neat. And of course you got the jukebox. The jukebox is so cool. You got your own radio studio jukebox, because Patricia was a radio star. Still is a radio star, but now online, I think. So pretty cool. Hey Patricia, do you get calls? Do you do calls? Because a lot of American stations, they do calls. They get people calling us 0900 or something, whatever number, 0800, whatever number, and people call in. Patricia says she needs to do another one. You do. You get good audience, good traction with that. You should get syndicated. I think you should get syndicated. I think that's one of the key US terms as well. Get syndicated. So I just realized I didn't have my light on. How's that? That's better, eh? I forgot to put my light on. I did it one whole video. I think it was the last VCA auction. Forgot to put my light on to give some lighting. So there we are. That looks better. I'm a bit blinded now though. I'll have to take it down to 2 notches. That was on level 3. That was just too much. So level 2. I think that's right. All right. So let's have a quick look at that price. So the price is making it so that people get more in the auction. So if you look at the 1 hour chart there, there we are, folks. We had a nice big blip there. It went right away up to 00044, and that was one of our friendly people. But then they did a bit of selling down, and we had just the selling off before the auction. Interesting behavior. We had that last time too, from memory. So it's interesting stuff there. One way of getting more in the auction, isn't it? So I don't necessarily that's necessarily defined, but that's the way some people might look at it. So what happens to the demand on market when the VCA is not on? Well, it has really, as we get this net staking as 2.5 times staking than it is to the auction minting of new Axion tokens, then it's all got to go onto Uniswap, doesn't it? So watch that a lot, folks. So it's going to be interesting times. Let's quickly do the Fibonacci on here. If you're not familiar, it's just a little technical statistical chart that people use, the retracement. So we'll take it up from here from the bottom to the top, and you can see that we're just basically come down now. Not quite there, but we're just about down at the 61.8, and that's typically where often the retraces come back to, is that 61.8. We avoided it initially, but it looks like that's where we're heading at the moment. And this is obviously, in some ways, it's defying all the good things that are happening with net staking, and the demand has really been oversold auctions. So, but that's obviously the auctions take a lot of that Ethereum into the auctions. So watch it over the normal regular auctions, because regular auctions you don't need much to sell them out. It's like 35 Ethereum to sell out a daily auction from memory. So let's quickly go back to that. So yeah, 30. You're talking about 30 ETH in the pool, so not much at all to sell that out at the current Axion price. So one of the questions that was on on Discord was by quite a few new people. So we had a lot of new people in the chat today on Discord. That's a real positive sign, like lots of new ones coming in compared to previous days. So it's really that marketing's starting to wrap up, the community effort's starting to wrap up. Axion today's stuff's ramping up, my stuff's ramping up, other YouTubers are ramping up, community's ramping, Twitter's getting a bit better. So we really need to get on to hit Twitter, hit all the Gab, Parler, Rumble, all those things we need to hit it. Minds, PublishOX, Odyssey, you name it, we need to get on and get out, reaching out into a lot of those crypto communities, as well as traditional people in the traditional area. They're not familiar with crypto, they're onboarding side. So pretty cool. All right, let's quickly have a look at, just while we're at it, we'll have a look at gas and see where the gas is going. Just refresh this chart, I think, and we'll have a quick look. Obviously, gas has been a big issue for Ethereum, and so we're basically bouncing down around that 100 again. So it's a good time at the moment if you're looking at doing something, probably one of the better times, but Sunday's typically the best. On Sunday, we saw this 84 went down to 84 at one point, down to the 90s. So Sunday's typically the best day, but we are bouncing back off that 100 in a regular fashion. Looks like a heartbeat almost, this chart, doesn't it? So yeah, interesting. Bitcoin is at 53,800. Ethereum at 1665 on CoinGecko. So that's where the pretty much markets are at the moment. And yeah, that's pretty much that for that. So I'll just take off Punky stuff. That was really interesting stuff from Punky. That net staking, that is the total amount of staking greater than the auction minting of this. So every week there's 2.5 billion Axion that's minted. 2 billion is in the venture capital auctions, and $500 million is in the 5 regular auctions. And so we've been doing over the last 15 days, I think said 2.5 times more. So 12.5 billion versus 5 billion that have been minted. So that's terrific. That's where we want it to go. That's just a really great trend. So the trend is your friend. All right, so let's have a look here. So we've got a couple comments on here. Obviously, Andreas is on there. It's great to have. And hi, Patricia says, Andrea, I need to do another one. When I was on the radio, I did. It was 1-800. Yeah, that would have been fun. You would have been great at that. I always think of Sleepless in Seattle, the movie. We know when they were calling in. So I always think of Sleepless in Seattle. It's pretty fun. It always makes me think of that sort of American radio thing. There used to be a famous radio guy, he used to have a really cowboy, like I think he was called the Cowboy or something. I can't remember. He was famous back in the day. Uh, 0900s were for something else, Superman. Oh, okay. I think we'll see these price movements for at least another couple of days. Andreas says, I think you're right there. Alex K, I wonder if I should swap some of my Hex over. The price looking and Axion is on sale at the moment. Yeah, well, Hex is looking pretty bullish. So here's a couple of things that are happening. With the Ethereum fees being higher, and obviously with Uniswap is going to version 3, doing some upgrades, I think, for liquidity provision and stuff like that. So one of the Richard Hart who's the founder of Hex, and a key, well, even though the product's finished, he's really a key influencer or driver of that project because it is his to start with, and he is talking about forking Ethereum. So if you're a Hex holder, he was also talking about potential airdrops, so that'd be huge for if you're a Hex holder. I'm a Hex holder. I know that everybody on Axion today is a Hex holder. The Hex price chart is looking pretty good, and you can see it's at one. Let's have a quick look at Hex just while we're at it. So Hex is another certificate of deposit. It was the first certificate of deposit with the share rates and using auctions and all that combination, and it was founded by Richard Hart. So let's give a quick look at that as it reboots. You can find the link to this chart below. This is on Dex Tools, and it's used by a lot of people. So you can see the Hex is looking. This is on the daily chart for Hex. It's looking pretty bullish. We've seen accumulation phase been going on. Now, what they've done is they've switched 3/4 of their liquidity has gone over to the USD pair. That's to protect their value from Ethereum if there was a pullback, and obviously, there's been a little bit of pullback. So he's very strategic. He understands the markets, but you can see we've got resistance at about 1.4 cents. Now it keeps accumulating. I'm expecting it to smash out of that. The next thing to go to between 4 and 10 cents, probably 7 or 8 cents, which is massive value. Obviously, there's a limit to what you can get out if you decide to sell at that point, because at the moment resistance is at 1.4 cents, and so selling at that is you might get that sell pressure somewhere in that range, but we could expecting a big breakout at some stage to that next level. And so this is sort of indicative in some respects of Axion's future, because Hex has already been alive for 1 year and 4 months almost. So watch the space on that. So, but he's talking about forking Ethereum to reduce and to do his changes. He's got some sneaky little game changer changes in there. He says, particularly one thing, and also he's looking at airdrops potentially for holders. So that's pretty bullish for them. The Wise is another similar token, but they've all got different features. The Wise is different again. They're actually looking at launching Wise on BSC and then other chains like Cardano, maybe Matic, something like that. And they're looking at getting rid of the fees. They want to get. They're trying to deal with the fees. Richard's trying to do a bit more, but that's interesting. Different things that they're doing at the moment. So Axion is now testing the 61.8 Fibonacci. So we'll just jump back there. So interesting stuff going on. Alex K says Hex and Axion now complement each other nicely. They absolutely do. I'm 100% with you on that, Alex. And so there's the chart there at the moment. So Hex is testing the 61.8. And as Andreas says, we might probably see a bit of price weakness, but it'll be interesting to see once we've got the regular auctions on that where demand goes. I'm expecting it to really probably start to pick up a bit, but we'll wait and see. We've got these customer numbers coming in. So not customer numbers. We've got these new wallet numbers coming in, and that's very bullish, so watch the space on that. These numbers move in the opposite direction very fast once we have that turn. So watch the space. You saw that on the previous one where we had the launch ramp up. It moved very fast within those days. So I'll just turn this off. Let me just get rid of this. So just within this period, we had 9 days. We did 260% or something in that very 9 days. So it quickly turns around. We just want to make a nice higher low. and that's where we're at. So I think this is a big resistance zone here, and certainly the next resistance zone would be around this 00035 mark. So watch the space on that. Did you see Uni version 3 coming in May? Quite interesting read. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to before. I haven't read all the details, but I'm pretty sure it was around liquidity providing, some changes around that. Some people make comments on stuff that's got technical aspects they don't understand, so apparently they could just moderate some of the features. There's some other commentaries that that it's actually going to prove good. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so if they're doing version 3, obviously Wise tokens on version 2, they've got all the funds sunk in there, so they should be fine because there's so much in the pool there. So we'll see what happens there. LPs will love ability to provide liquidity in specific price ranges. Yeah, absolutely. So good insights there, Alex. Reading it, I should have read the whole thing. I just read the general thing about liquidity providers. Jumping around. All right, so let's just jump back to the dashboard. Here we are on the Axion staking platform. You can see that it says venture capital auction at the top there. 85% of the Ethereum that is used to bid into the auction is used to buy back wrap Bitcoin from the market. That's actually 100%. So what that means is they're actually going back to stakers. They actually take all the Ethereum and buy back. So you'll see that on paper that I've written up. Once again, the other thing is that I've launched a Twitter for Axion token. That's just gone live about an hour and a half ago, or 2 hours, about 2 hours ago. So you can go and follow me on Twitter on that one. I'll just pull that up on another screen and we'll paste it in there. Do give us a follow. We're going to expand that rapidly over the next few months. So look forward to that. Let's pull it up. I don't want to open up too many screens because I don't want to overdo my do my thing on the channel. So let's go to that one. Follow token. Yeah, so you can follow there on Axion token. Now there's a lot of little insights on there already, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's going to be quite a cool news feed. There's a lot of crypto people on Twitter, so doing that. I prefer free speech platforms, but for crypto, there's a lot of people on the Twitter, so we're on there now. So it should be good for that. Yeah, I'll just close that one down. All right, so welcome to all the new people watching. It's great to have you on here and all the people that will be watching this after the live stream. So hope you're enjoying this. I've got a wonderful oversold auction showing how strong the demand is for Axion. This is one of 2 venture capital auctions per week, 1 billion Axion in each of them. Obviously, as the price rises, the Axion at some stage will likely reduce. That could be at 0.001 cent US. Could be the trigger for a reduced auction over time. The Axion dividend calculator or earnings calculator has that reducing from 0.001 cent right through to 0.0335345. So interesting stuff there. Nomad Bavarian, hello from Holland. Hello Holland. Holland is a beautiful country, so welcome. It's great to have you. As a child, I always used to watch a few shows of Holland on the movies, and so it was always deeply in my mind. I think the Dutch people with the clog shoes and the windmills, that's what I remember, and nice green fields and little rivers, something like that, and maybe occasional singing. So welcome, Nomad. Pretty cool. We've got 20 minutes to go, folks, in today's 4th venture capital auction. We're only at number 4. How many have we got planned for the year? 104. 104, 2 a week times 52, 104 planned. The amount that we're starting off with was 1 billion Axion. We are growing the community. We had an awesome numbers. So let's go through some of the numbers on Axion Today dashboard. We're going to might as well have a quick look at that now, and let's quickly check that out as we do. So we'll just close down those activity notices. I am following 4 whales now, so it's interesting. These are ones that I'm watching in particular. Whale accounts. So we've got 276.7 billion Axion, 67.8 billion liquid, 208.9 billion staked, which is an awesome number. We've got 75.49. Obviously, this will change after today's auction slightly with the new billion tokens being minted, and presumably a lot of it being staked, maybe up to 2/3 for longer than 4 months or 120 days. And so we're crypto rank 526, so we've popped back over that 500 with the price decrease. I noticed the price has just bounced back to 000417, so that's nice to see. Hit the 61.8 and Fibonacci and bounced back. We've got 22,255 stakes. The average stake size is 9.39 million. Average stake length 1,853 days. So it's pretty similar to what we've had. The average stake size is a little lower. Market cap 39.81 million. And once again, we've got that share rate at 1.1221. That'll probably move up slightly after this auction close in 20 minutes. And there we are. We've got 18 minutes now. So there we are. And the auction price is 0.19% cheaper. So we've moved back into the green with that price little pump there. Let's have a look at that little price pump. Yeah, so have a quick look at the 5-minute chart there. There we are. We've got that little price pump. We jumped down to 49, which is just above, just a tad above the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement that you get after you've had a big price run. And looks like it's bounced off there for the time being, but we'll watch it. It's obviously moving around a bit. And there we are. So let's have a quick look at, we're going back to the dashboard. We'll have a look at the customer numbers. This is a highlight that's been pointed out today. A highlight is that we have got a massive number of 291 new wallets today in the last 24 hours. So that's pretty cool. And we have cracked 11,000 active users. We have jumped there from about 10,800 to 11,114, which is great. And I want to see the weekly ones. We've got 537. I want to see that number get up to about 2,000 at least. There's no reason why we couldn't blow past that. So watch the space on that. And things are just ramping up on the marketing and community effort. So pretty neat. So we've got a look at the overview. We've got 445 billion shares, which means a lot of people staked. So before we had the max share campaign, which was a couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, I think, then we had 240 billion from memory. So we're up at 445. So pretty neat. And the max share club just went over 76 billion max shares. So these people that have staked for 15.2 years or 5,555 days. So that's huge. And obviously we know from Punky on the chat that we had in the last 15 days we had 5.2 billion minted, and we've had 12.4 I think billion staked. So awesome. That's fantastic stuff for a long time. So pretty neat. So and in the Bitcoin auction so far, we've got 28.32 Bitcoin has been given back to the stakers. So that's 85% of the total Bitcoin that's been purchased through the Ethereum, through the auctions on the venture capital auctions. That's the fourth one, including the one today, which is about to close in 15 minutes. So it's over 1.5 million US dollars, almost 1.6, getting up there. Cashed out so far 12.5 Bitcoin. Awesome stuff. This is how it works. People are getting paid 686,000 US dollars, and quite a bit of that's probably going back in to reinvest. People keeping up their share percentages and stuff like that. Pretty neat indeed. So we're back to the auction down here. 15 minutes to go. We are looking good. We're looking good indeed. All right, so Bavarian says, thanks, mate. Great fan of your commitment, and thanks for the time you spent on these streams. Hey, no problem, Nomad. It's a pleasure. And we're only warming up too. We are about to do major expansions, so it's going to be great. And we've got one after another layered on each other. So cheers to you, Nomad from Norway. Oh, Holland, sorry, Holland. I switched to the voice there. I guess they're all Nordic countries, known as Nordic countries. I probably got a bit of heritage from there anyway. Patricia says, I love these streams. Thank you. No, it's a pleasure. That price has just bounced back up again to 000418. So it should. Axion's, all the metrics are going in the right direction. Now the price can do things with swing traders, but as we said, with customers coming, marketing's ramping up, and the net staking's on, and there's a couple other metrics that are going ahead. I need to actually make a list of those because I'm going to start reading those out, and that is going in the right direction. And so watch the space. Price moves pretty exponentially at when things gather the momentum. So it's exciting times there. Oh, look at that. Hex just went to 0.13. Very bullish for these. So it was what I call value tokens. There's only a few of them in the market in crypto, and Hex, Axion, and Wise those kind of value tokens. I definitely think that some of them are going to do better than others, and I'm definitely banking on Hex and Axion to be the better ones over time. So watch the space on that. Hey, so welcome to all the new people watching. Hope you're enjoying yourself. This is certainly, hope you're enjoying your wrap Bitcoin divs. I mean, it's so fun. It's a game changer. And behind that, you have to have a sustainable model, and that's what the Axion team have put together. And all the metrics are agreeing with that, substantiating those punkonomics / tokenomics. So congrats to Scott, to Brian, and to the Axion team for all this amazing design, incredible development, and they've got lots of surprises in store for us coming up. And obviously the Axion Today team's got the phone app coming out. That's just another huge milestone coming out for the community. So it's going to be fantastic. And those could get upgraded with new features, new information, and even new other forms. And obviously it's got some merch coming out too. So the merch has been coming out. It's been pretty good. Let's jump back to the auction again. 12 minutes, 30 minutes to go. Where we're at here, 416. Now we're up a bit, 416,000. The market price is 000418, and so it's reversed on them on the whatever. If you want to have the idea that the price was moving down to get more Axion, which is a classic play, then it's actually reversing. And so we've got Ethereum in at 247.92 versus 90% sellout, which is 224.46. Looking good. So obviously, the higher the price Axion moves, the more Ethereum it takes to sell those out, but the higher it goes, the more, if it does sell out, you're going to get way more dividends than on today. So imagine the price goes up to 0007 or 001, where it's still selling out at $1 billion, and you've got all that Ethereum coming in as the market demand pushes, and the wallets and etc. come in, and there'll no doubt be big players coming in over time. Then you're going to see that those dividends, double, triple. And obviously, if you believe in wrap Bitcoin, if you just hold on to them, and wrap Bitcoin goes from 50,000 to $1 million in a couple of years, obviously there's price cycles, so can be pullbacks and stuff. That's going to happen inevitably. But if you believe on that, then you just hold your Bitcoin bags, and it'll be a wonderful retirement vehicle for you if you're not a trader type. So pretty cool, great for the common person, so pretty exciting, and yeah, very good. So where are we going at? 11 minutes to go. We've got pretty much 4 million versus 4 million on the Uniswap and auction rate. If you do enter the auction today, you will get 10% wrap Bitcoin back immediately to your MetaMask wallet, and wrap Bitcoin is on the Ethereum blockchain. It is backed 1-to-1 to a real Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network. It's got a custodial key on it, so for the security, and it's been around for quite a bit of time. Now there's about 132,000 wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum last time I checked, and it's been trading here for quite a while, so that's quite a good unit. Obviously, if you want to swap it to real Bitcoin, if you're not going to look at reinvesting some of it, then you can use Simple Swap. So there's a link in the video description if you want to do that. So it's easily done if that's the case. So lots of opportunities. Once again, if you haven't followed on Twitter, there's a Twitter link up there. So that's just brand new today. So just launched Twitter account for Axion Token. Already got some great information on there, and I think it's some good reads there, and that will be ongoing there. So it's going to be fun. Already doing, like I said, back to publish OX, doing great results on there, and also moved on to mines. So I've been on mines day 4, I think. Day 4 or 5, can't remember now. But those are going really well, getting thousands of views on there. So that's pretty cool, and that's going to ramp up. So it's going to move from thousands into probably 3,000 to 5,000 over the next week per day. So when we said that we're growing the community, we're growing the community. That's what we're going to do. And you start off small. It's like a snowball. I always say the snowball. Start off small, and that ball just keeps rolling down the snow, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the aim of this channel. It's the aim of Axion Token channel. It's the aim of the official Axion Foundation team, and it's also the aim of the community. We've got a very supportive community and a lot of knowledgeable people in there, like Alex, Andreas, are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So it's pretty neat, and there's other people doing that too, like Crypto Bear and others. So pretty fun place to be. Yeah, awesome stuff. 8 minutes to go, folks. Grab your glasses, get your glasses ready. We're going to have fun. I need to get a disco light. Do you want to have a disco light? Get a disco light going. Bit of ABBA playing or something like that. Yeah. What's that one? That one there. I can't remember. Tiffany, was it? Tiffany? I think it was Tiffany. So back to that price level. That's nice bounce back there. Let's see who triggered that one. We came back up. No, it's got triggered by a few accounts. Got a couple of 10 millions there. So just slowly pulled back. We had a 15 million. That 15 million there. Buy that really switched around. Just seeing it 144, similar account. 144. What else is in there? Often I nosy through these accounts, so it just gives me a better idea of who's doing what. So if we jump back to this one here, there's someone else there, a shark withdrawing some. So I've got these whales up here. These are 4 different whales accounts. I'm tracking these guys because I want to see what these guys are doing. There's most of the whales are in the board of directors and the whale team, but there are a few outside. So those are the ones I'm watching. It's my service, my duty to the community. So that's what I'm doing. Always nice to. Andreas says, always nice to see the Wrap Bitcoin stack growing alongside these VCAs. Absolutely. Imagine how much harder and more expensive it would be to achieve such passive income in the world of bonds. That's right. You're just not going to do it, really. And Katana TV said, forget disco, can you do a pirouette? Very good. Hey, often I want to dance again all the time. I've still got the muscle memory. I've still got the flexibility, or not as strong, but my flexibility is still pretty amazing. But I get that feeling, my muscle memory gets that feeling of wanting to do lots of big stage dancing. And there's probably a little bit of it I could do, but I'd probably hurt myself afterwards. Like I could probably do it on adrenaline, like if I was out, but then my body would probably be shocked afterwards. So I might end up needing bed rest for a week, given how, some of the stuff. But obviously I can't do what I used to do. So, your whole body, when you get to that point, your whole body becomes super powerful. Hence Superman. That's what I got it off. It was either my last year or my second to last year. I used to have a theme for every year that I would train, and that would be about focusing on certain things. And I think my last year was like Superman, which was pretty much just show off full on and just be so all the super skills. That was kind of it. That's how that Superman came about, if you want to know the backstory there. Alex K says, yeah, loving watching Wrap Bitcoin stack grow. It's like forced a DCA strategy. So DCA is dollar cost averaging, meaning going in at a certain time. And so he's sort of like getting those dims on average coming in over the different auctions. I'm interpreting your comment there, Alex. So once again, if you haven't hit that, signed up to that Twitter, sign up to the Twitter Axion token. There's some little morsels there, and that's going to be growing as we move on. So let's quickly go back. We've got 5 minutes in the auction. Here we are on the Axion staking platform. We've got $1 billion in there, 1,416,000 US dollars, and we've got 249.42 ETH. That looks like a bit more ETH's gone in there. And we've got 419,000 US dollars. So it's oversold, folks, oversold at the moment. You can see that the Uniswap rate is slightly better than the auction rate, and so the auction discount price has disappeared. It doesn't always disappear, but that's what it's done. I think the last auction we had was 90% sold, which meant that it was sold out to the sellout period, and so people still got that. And they got the wrap Bitcoin 10% cash back instant, but they also got the auction price discount versus the markets last time. So this time the demand is higher, and that's a good thing. Demand is higher and more divs for stakers, that's for sure. So pretty cool on that. Let's quickly go to the other one. We're going to go to check out the discount rate there. You can see that much easier on this one. You can see the auction price is 0.1% higher. So when it's red, that means that you've lost the auction discount versus the market price, but you're still gaining the 10% wrap Bitcoin into your wallet if you enter the the venture capital auctions. And we've got 4 minutes to go, folks. We're counting it down. Looking cool indeed. Cardano TV says, get in shape for Bali. I'll be DJing some funky tunes. Sounds nice, Cardano TV. Cardano TV. Man, I sounded really down under with that accent. That's how. So if I'm a Kiwi trying to imitate Australian, that's how I would do it. I'd go, yeah, mate, you got to have another shrimp on the barbie. You know, that's kind of how I do it. But then my accent's just a Kiwi accent, so it's got that different modulation. If you're an Australian, you might find that funny. You can laugh at me. Did we ever find that big bird in this auction? No, that's a good question. I don't know. They still talking about a big bird, but I never saw it. Maybe Patricia knows. Patricia, do you know about the big bird? I thought it was on the Axion Today dashboard somewhere, like another secret thing on there. Is there a big bird around? I think you had to click something. Clicking around. I don't know. Clicking. Gotta be careful where you click on this thing though. It takes you off to somewhere else. So there we are. We're counting it down, folks. Let's see what's happening in the Discord quickly. Going there. Not too much happening at that moment. People are watching their wrapped Bitcoin divs, or they're on here watching this. We've got 2.5 minutes to go, folks. 2.5 minutes to go. 251.92 ETH. We are killing it on the ETH. I'm going to jump back to the Axion Today dashboard, and let's just go to the activity. We've got 2 minutes to go. I'm going to jump down to the stake bids. There's our bid last one. So these are about a minute or two, couple minutes delayed. But we've got this one here. 1.5 ETH came in. 000046 was paid back to the bidder, which is $250. It's 10% of that 2,500. Then 85% of the Ethereum was used to buy Bitcoin and paid to the stakers, you and me. So pretty cool. Let's jump back to that overview. We'll get back to that. We're counting it down. 2 minutes to go. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, look at the auction price. It's 1.17% higher. We've got the Axion price is 000418. So we're getting down to the wire here. This is the main event. We're in the sniping moments. This is where you get a bit extra Ethereum. Sometimes this comes in, sneaks in. If you're going to do this, you'd have to pay really good gas to make sure that you got in. So you'd have to pay, 140 gwei or something higher to get you like a 10-15 second thing in there. I'm just looking at the gwei counter. 1 minute is 114 gwei. That you wouldn't want to do that. That's far too risky, because if you fail to get into this auction in time in the next minute, then you're basically going to flow over to the regular auction. You won't get your wrapped Bitcoin back, but you will get a 10% in Axion. But we've seen that those regular auctions have been oversold the last couple of days. So you've got to watch that supply and demand and get the best result for you. Remember, ultimately, you've got to get the best result for you. Now, the system has incentives designed, and you just follow your behavior with those incentives. So that's what happens, folks. Pretty cool. Now, there's a regular auction starting soon, so that's in 40 seconds, and that will be auction day 131. It's going to be starting soon. So it'll be a regular auction. We'll have 100 million in it, or with a bit of penalties and stuff in it. So we don't have penalties, but a bit of rollover in it. We got 20, so we've got like probably another 30 days or something left on the staking. You can unstake your stakes or something without penalties. So I just can't remember how many days left now. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are finished. So congratulations, everybody. 430,000 US dollars has been bid into the auction, 255.92 ETH. It might change slightly in the next 30 seconds. Sometimes it does it a little bit, I think, with stuff coming in late, just getting calibrated lately. But that's what we came in a result. Auction rate was 3.9 million. Auction price 2.7% higher. So that's the end of the thing. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. Got to get that quickly before it goes. And boom, there we are. So I got that just in time. Oh my gosh, I got it just in time. So that's cool. And I think I'm missing the buybacks on that one. So I can work them out manually. Oh, I've got them on the history, so that's cool. And just taking a snapshot of those two. Got to keep those. So congratulations everybody. Stakers, make it. So relax and divs, stake it and bake. You name it, we've got it. So pretty cool. Let's have a look at some of the comments in the chat there. We've got Patricia, I'm literally am planning on getting in shape for Bali. I decided that today. Well, congrats to that. I'm not telling. Haha, and then a couple of thumbs up from Patricia. And Alex K says another 6.7 Bitcoin has been paid out to stakers. So that's awesome stuff. Congratulations to all you staked. Spread the word, folks. Here we've got a couple more Ethereum showing that it's coming into the auction just late there. It takes about a minute or two to follow in after the actual event. So pretty cool. Let's actually quickly check some of those figures. I'm going to just check a couple of them. We've got, look at this, this is the latest transaction. So just at the end of the auction, of the fourth venture capital auction, we had 2.5 ETH come in there. They got a 10% back. We got $3,600. We had another ETH come in there. These are all dolphins and shrimps, 1 ETH and 3 ETH respectively. These were the last bids in that show up at the moment. So pretty cool. And let's have a quick look at the, we're going to the highlights first. We're going to check down, and we've gone through a lot of those key measures. So we're going to check through, I'm going to make sure I go to the right place. Oh, the overview again. And we're going to climb down here. Here we are, so folks. So this might change this slightly, but we've got 28.53 wrapped Bitcoin, and we've got cashed out 12.5252. So it's pretty neat. I'm going to take a little snapshot of that as well. We've got 76.09 billion staked for 15 years. The metrics are looking fantastic. I think we can all agree that it's looking great. And the price bounced back almost at 0.0042. We'll see. I think that Andreas thinks there might be a bit of soft prices over the next few days, but we'll see, because now there's only the venture cap, the regular auctions have just started. So there's 110 million in that today for auction day 131. And so check that out. It's 24.77 Ethereum to sell it out, so it's not a lot, and we've been getting sellout. So if you do go in there, go in the last hour or half an hour. Don't enter straight away, just so that you know what your auction rate will be. That's the auction price on the left-hand top corner there versus Uniswap, because you want to get the best rate for you. Now, if you do enter, you can hit the link below. You'll get a 10% bonus in Axion for that once the auction closes. And also, if the auction gets to 90%, the sellout bid here, if it gets to $41,690 US worth, or 24.77 ETH, that's 90% sellout, and that would be, you would still get your 10% auction price discount as well. So that's two benefits. One, 10% bonus Axion on top of the auction rate, so Axion per ETH, and number two, the discount to the Uniswap price. So those are the two benefits that you can get. But the discount, the auction price discount to the Uniswap can disappear if it gets sold out 100% from the amount of auction Axion that's actually in the auction there, that 110, which is $46,000 at the moment. So just watch that. Those numbers will change with the price of Axion over the 24-hour period. So there we are, and you can see the numbers there right now. So pretty cool indeed. So I think that's a cool wrap up of today's auction, the end of auction, venture capital auction day 4. The next venture capital auction is on Friday. In between that, we've got the regular auctions, one which started today, and we've got another one as well. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then we've got the venture capital auction on Friday. So pretty exciting week ahead, and you can actually see those auctions here coming up 24th. 25th, and then you got on the 26th, which is the Friday, you got the venture capital auction. You can see the type here. So if you want to enter any of those, you can see the upcoming auctions here, and you can enter them. If you want to see what happened in the past ones, you can just check complete auctions on the right there, and you can just tab back into the past and see what the rates were. It's quite helpful. And obviously, we've switched up. So when we switch over, the commentary at the top switches. So it's now switched from venture capital auction to regular regular Axion auction, and you can see that 80% now is bid in to use to buy back from the Axion market. So it's got slightly different features compared to the regular auction, which had 85% doing buybacks of wrapped Bitcoin. This one here does 80% ETH buying back Axion on the market, not wrapped Bitcoin. So very key differences for new people that are coming in. So pretty cool on that. And welcome. I think it's a good place to finish. Alex K says 6.7 Bitcoin paid out to stakers. That says it all. That's the 4th venture capital auction. We got so many coming up. We've got 100 more this year coming up. Exciting stuff going ahead there. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, like and share, hit the bell for notifications. And obviously, there's lots of great videos on here covering all topics from auctions through to staking, through to liquidity mining, through to the dividend calculator. You name it, it's on here. Marketing, wealth, education videos, it's all on here, so you can check those out. And yeah, look forward to seeing you at the end of tomorrow for the auction close. We'll be doing the close for the regular auction again in 24 hours. So onwards and upwards, and I will catch you then. And thanks Patricia, Alex, and Andreas, and everyone else that's in the chat there, Katano, and the rest of you, Nomad, much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to finish off those cookies. Now. I know that Patricia wants my cookies that I've got. Here's my cookies, Patricia. I'm going to eat them. Eat them now. Thanks for watching. They taste real good.